Hello, my friends. I'm glad to be with you, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video. I appreciate your time. Uh, some people thought that when I said in my last video that uh, Trump will be king if he hits Iran. Iran is unable to hit back or respond. That he will be king, and they thought I was praising him or that I approve of his actions. Nothing is further from the truth. And those of you who watch my videos regularly, you know how much I despise the guy, and I just can't stand him. You know that. But my reason for saying that was, and some people just completely miss the point, is that if nations uh, stand by while they watch Trump do his atrocities, his bullying, his harassing, and his naked aggression, and if these nations do nothing, then he will become king, and they're going to have to suffer the consequences of that. It might get to a point where he can just go to a nation and say, demand, I want you to do this and this and that, and you have, 2 weeks to do it. It can get that bad. That's what I meant by that. That Trump will be king. That these nations will have to live with a man who is determined to just control the universe. I mean, look at the map. Look at the map and see his bullying and harassing. Well, it expands. It spans all over the universe, uh, from South America, Brazil to Colombia, Cuba, Venezuela, Mexico. I mean, Canada, uh, Europe, Spain, Denmark. The situation with Greenland, Iran, of course, Oman, Yemen, Lebanon. Now he's starting to interfere in Lebanese politics. uh, China with the tariffs on and off. Uh, I mean, this guy is all over the place, and that's what I mean. Congress can do something about this, of course, but if you understand Congress and how Congress works, I mean, he might be Trump might be out of office by the time they get down to it and actually take or pass some legislation, because if you understand how Congress works, it takes forever to pass a bill or pass a law or make a law or something like that. And all Trump really needs is just a couple of deranged senators who will stand on the Senate floor and talk themselves to death. They'll keep talking nonstop for sometimes. I know some senators who spoke nonstop for 25 hours just to prevent a bill from going to a vote. And these senators know the ins and outs and the intricacies of legislation, making laws, and they will go around it, and they can hold something in Congress forever. So, yes, they have the power, but it's very, very hard to pass anything. That's why I think uh, uh, the nations of the world must really act and do something about this, and they must act in unison, uh, collectively, and make something. Try to stop this tyrant. Just imagine for a minute. Imagine if many countries, well, they can meet somewhere. They don't have to meet in New York. I mean, they can meet somewhere. If many nations, for example, start closing U.S. embassies, just imagine that. This is I do not condone violence, as you know. I uh, I like peaceful means to settle things, and this would be a peaceful way, very very effective way that will get Trump's attention. Imagine many nations start to close U.S. embassies. What that would do to Trump's ego, for example. Uh, if that doesn't work, these countries, they can come to the U.S. diplomats in those countries and just say, you're persona non grata. You're not welcome here, and you have to leave. And these nations don't even have to justify their actions and just ask these U.S. diplomats to leave. Imagine what kind of reaction, what kind of influence that will have on Trump. If that doesn't work, if that doesn't work, these nations can simply say U.S. nationals are not welcome in our country, and just prevent U.S. citizens from visiting those countries. Um, and planes who land there at airports and they have U.S. citizens on board, they will be asked to stay at the airport and take the next flight home. You're not welcome here until your president change his ways. And then U.S. Citizens will have nobody to blame but their president. I know there are some countries who will shy from that. They will not, for sure, some countries will not do that. But if the nations of this world take this man seriously and are determined to stop him, they're going to have to take something like this. They have to take some drastic measures like this. What is he going to do? He's going to go send his planes and bomb all these nations? Uh, you know, he ran out of ammunitions fighting one country. I don't think he can face, you know, uh, so many countries and try to punish him at the same time. It's impossible. I mean, Trump needs the universe. Universe doesn't need Trump. Uh, but these measures like that, they will get his attention, my friends. And I think the nations of the world must take action, something like these measures, to show him how displeased they are with his behavior. And they must remember, they must always keep in mind that if you make yourself a sheep, ultimately you will be eaten by the wolf. I hope to see you next time.